Alright, Scaredy Bob here. This is the, so both Nexzil and All In the US branch of the NS2 Launch Tournament tied in the round robin. So to figure out which one of them goes to the finals, we're doing a best of 5 matchup as a tiebreaker. So both teams are fairly good. They'll be going towards the play inversion in the final. And we're doing a 2-map rotation, Tram and Summit, so starting the first 2 rounds on Tram here. As we see, pretty favorable starting positions. Aliens in server. I'm not a fan of server room starting location, but it's okay when Marines go start in shipping. So Buddy, Arlene, and Havoc, basically doing a very good job of cleaning out Tram Hub here. No second hive drop. They're going, looks like, for 2 early RT there on all inside. So we saw a strategy yesterday of where they actually did a rush, and it looks like they might be doing that again. Crag Hive is done. What All In did yesterday was they got a Carapace early and did a 5 Skulk, 1 Gorge rush on essentially mostly the same setup as they had here. Aliens and server and Marines and shipping. So we might see a repeat of that strategy. Yep, Shell's gone down, so it looks like we're going to try to do this one quick by doing that rush tactic. Nexzil's a good team, so I'm not sure how necessarily pull out with them, but it's like Arlene and Havoc putting pressure on server here, seeing that aliens are in server. Going to do some damage there. Taking down Zero and Educulus, I believe. See, one's dancing around trying to get some final bites in. Rusty's going. Oh, Rusty taking down both. The Gorge Spit is a bit hard to hit, but when you do, it does 40 damage per shot, so it's fairly effective. Carapace Shell going down, so I should expect a rush sometime within the next minute or two. It depends on which direction they're gonna go. Let's see here. Drifter going into was it North Tunnels there? Mines going up. That'll be the biggest problem for All In there. Is mines, as we've seen through pretty much most or all of the tournament, are very devastating against Skulks. Carapace will help. It'll allow you to take at least 1 full mine blast and 2 glancing blows from mines. So mine damage is basically the amount of damage done to you by a mine is based on the distance from the mine. So if you can detonate a mine with being at the farthest reaches of its damage potential, you can usually survive 2, and in some cases 3 mine blasts. But usually what these teams do is they put them really, fairly close together, that if you're going to hit one, you're going to, detonate right into a second one pretty soon. So we see some drifters going around the map. Probably some early warning there. First, they're doing a good job taking out ADHD, but Colt comes in and finishes him off. And it looks like All In's just trying to kill the RTs on the west side of the map here. Shotguns are researching. There goes Zero, and Z1 trying to bite that RT before he has to retreat. Well, this is the value of that drifter placement right there. They just saw, the 3 Marines pushing in through mezzanine here. Havoc doing some damage to that. Colt. Oh, see, that's where the mines come in power, right there. A lot of these competitive teams, they don't just put the mines right in the middle of combat. They put them they're right just in base defense stuff. They put them actually in their frontline combat, so it catches aliens by surprise there. Extremely effective. So Buddy, Havoc, and Arlene basically clearing up those aliens pretty handily and pushing in the server room, almost uncontested here. Wave spawn. There's 4 aliens that pop in there and try to clear this out. Probably do so since they're right in the middle of their hive there. And a lot of dancing, a lot of shooting, but Zero goes down, Havoc goes down. Will Bitey go down? Arlene goes down. Bitey's last one. He's probably going to get overwhelmed here. Maybe kill one more Skulk? No. So aliens, they've forgone the second hive drop. They've actually been spending for as many res as possible. Unfortunately, at the moment, it's only 3 to Marines 4, but they've expanded to ore deposit here, or ore processing to mezzanine. Colt trying to take on Mega Weapon here. Phase Gate Tech going up. But Colt goes down there to, or Mega Weapon goes down to Edgeless. Buddy fighting ADHD here. And takes him down. Havoc and Z1's cautiously sitting here. He gets caught. He gets caught by Havoc there. Unfortunately, the Skulk actual model is a bit wider than your view. So even though you can't say see a Marine around a corner, sometimes they can see like one of your front claws sticking out or a side of you, so they can still shoot you. Which I think is what got Educulus stuck that got caught up, or Z1 caught off guard there. So Marine's doing a good job of basically keeping the RTs in the south half of the map. In fact, we kind of have like a dividing line right here between aliens got the north and Marines got the south. Second hive just going down, so a 6-minute hive is actually pretty slow in these competitive matches. DHG and Z1 taking a Mega Weapon down. Rusty trying to defend this RT as best he can. These Hydras do a good job defending. All he has to do is there and sit them and let them take the bullets. Well, Zero comes in there and basically clears out those dudes. ADHD comes behind, but he's hurt and he's going to go down. Rusty taking some shots, but not enough to get killed as he tries to protect that Hydra with his body while he heals it. As long as he can keep those Hydras up, he can keep Marines away from this RT here. So typically putting these Hydras on the ground is not necessarily a great idea, except when you're just sitting there babysitting them. Then it can be very effective. Some Hydras down in ore processing too, and we see Havoc going through north tunnel to, I guess it's platform. A drifter right there providing great line of sight for these Marine players. Enough so that the aliens can basically respond quickly and destroy them. So Educulus, I guess he went to the other gorge, and that's where those Hydras in ore processing came from. Colton Zero trying to catch Arlene and Bitey on basically catch them there in a tram hub there. Arlene goes down, and let's see if Bitey takes down Colt, gets some med packs from the commander, and he takes down Zero. So Bitey wins that matchup there. ADHD and Z1 pushing to elevator. Those mines, you know, even if they don't kill you, they do enough damage that it's easy for these Marines to kill you. And you see that they've done a nice little just 3-mine placement around there, so you can't just dance around the phase gate. And they've got phase gates up to elevator, they got phase gates up to repair. I mean, they got the south half of the map pretty much locked down, more or less. They can get anywhere needed quickly. Weapons 1 finally going. And it looks like Shift Eye was dropped, so we'll probably see something like Celerity or maybe Regen, possibly. So Havoc, and Mega Weapon, and Arlene doing quite a bit of damage to this RT and ore processing. Some combat here in Mezzanine, Buddy and Versal trying to take down these Hydras. Zero comes in and doing some damage, but not enough to kill Buddy with med packs there. ADHD coming in, but oh, he does kill Versal, so good job there. But Bitey is dancing around him, getting some bites in, but med packs are keeping Bitey alive. And does ADHD finish it off here? Yes, he does. So saved Mezzanine, Rusty gets back to heal. Early Onus, so we have a 9-minute Onus. That's going to be problematic for Nexzil. They did get the phase gate up here in ore processing, but it's going down at the moment. Nexzil knows what to do. They've probably been watching. They'll probably be watching these. They've probably been watching Exorcist basically and seeing what's this strategy there. Oh, in Cult almost being trapped by Educlus's clogged. A bit ridiculous. Maybe a little miscommunication there between alien players. The Onos has to retreat, and you can't retreat, jump over those clogs there. That'd be bad things. But Nexzil knows what's going on here, and they've already got preemptive armories down to block that Onos. But Colt easily takes on a mega weapon, and I think that was Bitey there. So this is a pretty well-matched game, actually. Aliens and Marines more or less have equal res. That favors aliens a little bit because aliens can get out those those higher life forms a little quicker. We already got the Onos in the field. Looks like almost three players have gone fade out, and we have ADHD gone fade. Looks like Zero's going fade. C1 might go fade. He's got enough, or be saving for, say, another Onos for just P-res. Blink is up, and Karen's Celerity, so this is pretty much the tech you kind of like. At least I prefer it's a fade. It's very good combo. Unfortunately, although Nexzil got these armories down, there was no one there to protect him when the Onos came out. If you watch Exorcist matches against Onos Rushes, not only do they have these armories down, but they have a Marine or two in front of it just doing constant free damage to this Onos. And it forces him to essentially retreat. In this case, Nexzil just was distracted by ADHD's fade long enough that the Onos was able to come in there and kill both armories. Once again, we have 3 fades, ADHD, Zero, and Z1. And one Onos here is Colt. Pushing in there to repair room. Looks like they're going to probably clear out repair room here. We got three fades, an Onos, and a Gorge, so the only thing that's really missing is Bile Bomb. But at this point, Educulus is just sitting there healing the guys in the back, and Nexzil knows what's going on. They're just recycling here. Rusty has also gone Onos. It looks like he dropped an Onos egg himself, and is just soloing repair room here, or elevator transfer here. Z1 and Zero pushing in, basically helping him out there since repair room's cleared out. And I think, unfortunately, Nexzil is in trouble here. All the aliens are higher life form, 2 Onos, 3 fades, and a Gorge. So, as I said, the only thing that's really missing in this combo is Bile Bomb, and that would pretty much seal the deal for Nexzil here. ADHD basically going around and detonating all these mines with his body. Not a bad idea with the fade. He can tank a lot of damage there. But Z1 and Zero are pushing in. They see, unfortunately, you can go down very fast to 4 Marines with shotguns and Marines. Welders are up. That push did force Nexzil to go Welders. They do have a proto lab, so they could. I don't see jetpacks research yet, so you're just getting the advanced. Looks like the weapons 2 up. So they got a proto lab. They could get jetpacks or exos. So they get the second hive up, and it does in elevator transfer here. Dropping some arteries to block that on this, but once again, the key to Exodus strategy is to have a Marine here at all the time. Because that armories block the Onos, they can still do damage to this armory. You want to put as many bullets as you can into them, forcing them to retreat every time before the armory is actually destroyed. Unfortunately, with 2 Onos on the field, I think Nexzil's going to have trouble. They really needed a armory block right here on the west side of shipping. Because, this Onos is coming in, and even if he doesn't do any damage, he's detonating the rest of those mines. Onos, Rusty trying to do some damage to this wall here. You can sometimes do it, but Colt and Educulus doing a lot of damage to the base. Their Bile Bomb finally goes up, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Educulus dropping some bile here. Unfortunately, he dies, and Colt is basically on his own in shipping here. Not a big problem. They do have an Oz, but I don't think Nexzil really wants to beacon unless they're absolutely forced to. So we have a little. It looks like Nexzil's going to have trouble. Ob's down here, and elevator transfer probably would have been nice to basically beacon when this Onos popped in. But unfortunately, it just got the phase gate, and these Marines are just going to come more or less one by one and go down to this this meat grinder of a phase gate here. So there goes Bitey, here goes Havoc, Versil jumping into the meat grinder there. Omega weapon, yeah, I mean, see, this is the problem here. Phase gates can really only do about 1 or 2 at a time, so. And pretty much elevator transfer goes down there. It looks like this, Nexzil is basically going to lose this matchup here, unfortunately for them. And good job from all in. Server room is a tough starting position to start in, but they did it well. I originally thought they were going to try to do a rush tactic with the early Kara, but this late hive drop, I mean, usually that hurts a lot of alien teams because then they can never get the second hive up. But All In has done a great job of keeping Nexzil more or less trapped in the south side of the map, and cleared them basically out. You know, bought time, got as many RTs as possible. You know, they got Onos at 9 minutes and another Onos at about the 13-minute mark, I believe, and then, you know, three fades. Unfortunately, Nexzil has not really been able to kill any of these high life forms except for the Gorge. That's probably, I guess, looks like they killed Zero's fade there too. So. Not really keeping up with the rest of the aliens, which is now up to 6 compared to Nexzil's 2. So they do have they got jetpacks finished and bought for several of those players, but both Havoc and Omega going down. I think Buddy is the only one left with a jetpack. Versil has one too. So Arlene was the only one who was not able to buy a jetpack before the second command station went down. But they just lost 2 right there, so that's the big blow. They can't get those jetpacks back. They could try to push down the elevator, but now they have Colt, ADHD, and Educalus, and Z1 pushing into shipping, so this is more or less a base-killing group here. Nexzil, unfortunately, only has Weapon 2 and Armor 1. That's about sufficient to fight fades by yourself. They do have an obs up, but I'm surprised they didn't actually do a beacon there. They have enough money for it, and a beacon would have been nice, at least pulled back some of these players. I guess they were trying to get a phase get up there in Tram Hub, which is why they didn't beacon it, but now there's no comm. I guess All In is just going to buy the time. They are winning this now pretty handedly, so they can take all the time they want to finish Nexzil off. Wouldn't mind to see, now they have 3 Onos, so it looks like they're just going to win this through brute power. Get a bunch of Onos, push in, and just destroy that base. So 3 Onos, a Fade, and a Gorge, or 2 Fades and a Gorge, and they're all just going to push in here. Looks like Educalus was biting with some bile bombs. But here we have, I'm waiting for this beacon here. Surprised the snow power went down before they beaconed, so the commander didn't really make it into the command station, and looks like All In's going to take this first matchup. So 1-0 All In.